In this video, we would like to discuss those impediments and prohibitions which are prescribed under Mohammedan law, and regarding those impediments or prohibitions as provided under Mohammedan law, one must follow in every form of marriage, that is nikah, a permanent marriage. In violation of these impediments or prohibitions, the marriage would be declared as null and void or irregular. So, these impediments or prohibitions can be divided into two categories. One is the absolute impediments or prohibitions, and the second category is the relative impediments or prohibitions. And among those absolute impediments or prohibitions are the grounds of consanguinity, affinity, and fortress. And in case of relative impediments or prohibitions, there are following, such as unlawful conjugation would declare the very marriage as irregular, and a marriage when a woman is undergoing a that period, it would also be declared as irregular. So also differences of religion in between the husband and wife to such marriage, then it would be declared as irregular. And even marriage with a fifth woman would be declared as irregular. So also marriage during or on pilgrimage also would be declared as irregular. And these are the relative impediments or prohibitions. And besides that, there is another condition that further a Muslim law prohibits a man from marrying the women whom he had already divorced by the triple talaq, unless the woman marries another man and that marriage is sexually consummated with him, and then he would divorce her, then a marriage could be performed with the first husband. So, a marriage in violation of this rule is invalid. So, the relations with whom a Muslim male is absolutely prohibited from marrying, in violation of which renders the marriage null and void, are number one, his mother or his grandmother, howsoever. Second one, his daughter or granddaughters, how lowsoever. And number three, his sister, full, consanguine, or uterine. And the next one, his niece or great niece, how lowsoever. And lastly, his aunt or great aunt, both on father's side and mother's side, how highsoever. So the very expression how highsoever over and how lowsoever means ascendants of any degree and descendants of any degree. For example, one cannot marry his mother or mother's sister, father's sister, or father's father's sister, and so on. Similarly, one cannot marry one's brother's daughter or daughter's daughter or brother's daughter's daughter. In some cases, this degree of ascent or descent are reckoned on both sides. Thus, one cannot marry one's father's sister as well as mother's sister or ascendants through them. The prohibition on the ground of consanguinity is identical in all the schools of Sunnis and Shias. So, in this video, we have discussed about the absolute impediments and prohibitions on the ground of consanguinity. And in our next video, we would like to discuss the second ground of absolute impediments or prohibitions, and that is affinity.